Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 6-9. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, that's Durham's online community paper, which you can check out in its entirety at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I do invite you to click on that link right there on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page. If you'd like to join me on camera right after I do the weather, you can promote yourself, your special event. You can say hello, whatever you like. All that would be super great. And it would also be super great if you could share this out. That way, more people here in Durham can find out what's happening. So let me do this real quick, making sure everything is lined up. Okay, so let me go to the Word page. That's the government and nonprofit information page, chock full of really great programs and services being offered by local nonprofits and also city, county, and state governments. So go up and down the page, see what pertains to you, go ahead and sign up, and you might even find a place or two to volunteer at. Okay, let's see what's shaking today. Let's see. Now, one thing that I do want to point out is that there's a city vacancy or two. Let me find the calendar real quick, and then I can tell you about it. That's the Durham County. I'm looking for City of Durham calendar. There it is. Okay, so there is a vacancy on the Workforce Development Board. So if you're interested, maybe you have special knowledge, special interest, you want to help out, then click on the link that's on the Word page of the Durham Skywriter at durhamskywriter.com and see what is expected of you in terms of meetings, etc. And then if you're still interested, then go ahead and let them know by end of day Wednesday that you're interested in filling this vacancy on the Workforce Development Board. The Durham County Libraries are all open until 8 tonight, and then they reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and Bragtown, of course, reopens tomorrow at 10. Let's check Durham Tech Small Business Center, shall we? If you are a budding entrepreneur, if you've already started a business and maybe need a little nudge or a little more information to be more successful, then they do have online classes that are being offered across the state. And I'll tell you about them as soon as I find them. Now, occasionally they have in person events too at the Durham Tech Small Business Center, which is downtown at 701 West Main Street in the Chesterfield building. Okay, let's see. Let me scroll down to Durham Tech. Now, these classes are being offered across the state. Anybody can attend, they're totally free, and they're really good because they're live, which means you can actually ask questions, which is great. Okay, let's see. Today, what is today? Today's the 9th. Okay, no class today, but tomorrow at 1 o'clock, there's going to be a free online class, How to Use Instagram Reels. I need to learn that myself. That's going to be tomorrow from 1 until 2:30. So you might want to go ahead and sign up for that now so that you don't have to scramble tomorrow and sign up before it's time for class. Okay, let's check with there's a lot more on this page, but let me just scroll all the way down to SCORE, the Service Corps of Retired Executives. They also help budding entrepreneurs, but you can also get a mentor with SCORE, and they can personally give you advice and guide you, answer your questions, etc., etc. So let's see if there's anything going on today. Nothing today, but tomorrow there's a free online class being offered by SCORE, how to create, excuse me, how to create a marketing plan for your small business. That's going to be a good one. That's going to be tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Okay, let's go to the To Your Health page. Okay, let's see. To Your Health. Let's see. That's tomorrow. Okay, I'll tell you about that on tomorrow. Okay. Let's look for some blood drives because you can literally save lives by donating blood. So let's see what's going on with the American Red Cross and also Blood Connection. So the American Red Cross's next blood drive will be tomorrow at Strata Clean Energy. That's in Golden Belt. The official address is 800 Taylor Street, and they will be there tomorrow from 10 until 3. And it says here to look for the American Red Cross bus. And let's check the blood connection. They do the same thing. Okay, they're going to have a blood drive tomorrow too. So they're going to be at the Durham County Courthouse, 510 South Dillard Street, from 10:30 until 2 tomorrow. And again, look for the American Red Cross bus. Oh, and they'll have another crew at Corning in Trayburn Corporate Park, 1 Beckton Circle, and that will be from 11:30 until 3, and that's going to be tomorrow. Okay. Oh, one more thing about tomorrow. The Health Equipment Loan Program is open tomorrow. The HELP program is run by the counties, run by Project Access. So they accept donations of self care and self transport, if you want to call it that, items, canes. Let me just look at the list here: knee scooters, wheelchairs, the pickup grabber sticks, tub transfer benches, that sort of thing. So if you have these things lying around your house, you don't need them anymore, make a donation. They'd love that. Then they'll disinfect it, repair it as necessary, and then they turn around and they loan them out to people who need them. It's great for people who don't have insurance, who don't have money to pay, because wheelchairs literally cost hundreds of dollars, literally. So it's really great to be able to borrow something for 90 days, which is great. So this program is located at 4206 North Roxborough Street, Suite 100. They're open 2 days a week. So they're open on Tuesdays 10 to 2, and then they're open on Fridays 1 until 5. Okay, let's go to the Senior Scope page and let's see what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life. Okay, wait, let me click and scroll down to Senior Scope. And actually, these just came out. Then let me see. Is this it? Yeah, that's it. The new Our Times. I call it a newsletter. It's like their schedule. So you get to find out what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life, which, by the way, is at 406 Rixby Avenue. Their phone number is 919-688-8247. So be sure to stop by. It's online, too, if you don't want to stop by, because it is a little warm today. So if you didn't plan to go to the Senior Center today, you can just go online. What is it? Durham Center for Senior Life, dcslnc.org. And then you can look at the same program. It's online. All righty. Let's see what's happening there, though, because it is Monday after all. Let's see. Oh, Monday matinee. Did I mention they have their own theater, which is super great? So on Mondays and Fridays, they show movies with free popcorn. So today, with it being Monday, the movie starts at 1 o'clock. So you have about 45 minutes to get there. So today's movie is Fatherhood, which is very timely for Father's Day. So today's movie is Fatherhood, and it starts at 1 o'clock. So you can hop down there right now. You don't have to register. Just hop down there. And if you're like me and you don't have air conditioning, why not go and just cool off a little bit while watching a movie? Also happening today at the Durham Center for Senior Life, Bible study at 12:45, chair flow and flex at 1, advanced watercolor at 1 in the art studio. Chair volleyball. Yes, you can play volleyball sitting down at 2 o'clock. You can learn how. Lifeline dancers at 3:30. And the walking club meets in the lobby also at 3:30. Now, tomorrow, Seniors on the Move line dancing at 8:35. Great way to start the day. Open art studio from 9 until 12:30 in the art studio. Google it, smartphone and computer class at 9:30. Don't forget to bring your gear. They can teach you how to use your phone or your computer, your tablet, whatever. Take off pounds sensibly at 9:30. Yoga Your Way at 10. American Sign Language at 11. Belly Dance at 11:30. They have a lot going on. Crocheting club at noon, pinochle at noon, and afternoon bingo at 1. There's a lot going on. So let me check for these special events, with today being June 9th. Let's see. Oh, this is going on right now. I did tell you about this on Friday. But if you happen to be in the area, Heal, Grow, Go Wellness presents ABCs of LGBTQ. It's going on right now until 1 o'clock in the volunteer room. So, health counselor Helen Svoboda Barber, she will be explaining the LGBTQIA plus terms, the different terms, and also she will share information about gender and sexuality and will answer basic questions that can help you understand. Maybe you have a queer grandchild or neighbor or just someone you just want to understand better. So you can go to the meeting. It's happening right now, and it's until 1 o'clock. Now, this is super duper important. If your cupboard is getting a little bare, the Eats, Shop, and Grab is tomorrow morning, 9 until noon, where you can go shopping. I'm using air quotes because it's free. So, what they do at the senior center, they will put food out on the tables, and they also have plastic bags. Bring your own bag just in case. You don't want to not be able to take home food because they ran out of bags. So, anyway, from 9 until noon, you can shop. You can pick up free food on the tables right there in the lobby. They do say that you should volunteer, although I see people just coming in the door and just, grabbing food. But if you do want to call and register, then register at extension 104. Okay. Also, tomorrow, Introduction to the Internet and Email, Part 1. That's tomorrow, 9:30 until 11. So this is going to be an intensive class in the computer lab. So if you always wanted to know how to surf the net, so to speak, and how to use email efficiently, then you might want to attend this free class. It doesn't say here you have to register, so just show up, go to the computer lab, and there you go. Let's see. I think that's it. Oh, let me check what's happening at Little River because I need to mention them more often. Little River Senior Center, they're also run by the Durham Center for Senior Life. They're at the what used to be the Little River School. Now it's called the Little River Senior Center, 8305 North Roxborough Road in Bahama. So if you live in northern Durham County, then you're more than welcome to go downtown, of course. But if you feel like just going to Bahama to that center, that's fine. They also have events Monday through Friday. And let me check for special events. So on Thursday, they're going to have mental wellness, a key to well-being, where Humana health educator Jill Davis will be sharing tips for managing anxiety and depression. That's going to be on Thursday at 10:30 in the morning. So I'll try to remember to remind you about that also on Wednesday. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's go to the Let's Go page, the calendar of events page, and then let's see what's happening. Let's see what's on the docket for the Bull City. Whoa, almost passed it up. Oh, wait, let me refresh the page and make sure I have the latest iteration of the Durham Skywriter. Let's see. Okay, is it refreshed? Yes, it is. Okay, New Visions of Africa restaurant. They'll be distributing free meals to people in need. So if you are in need, your cupboard's bare, you need some help, don't be ashamed. That's what they're there for. So from 3 until 6 at 1306 Fayetteville Street, right next door to WD Hill, you can go by and pick up a one-off meal. This is great for people who don't have kitchen access wherever it is that they live. Okay, the District 2 PAC meeting, that's Partners Against Crime meeting, is tonight. They meet once a month at the Edison Johnson Recreation Center, 500 Murray Avenue. And that's from 6 until 8. This is where you get to find out what's going on in your community, and also you can learn about city and county services. They'll be there from the police department, like I said, city and county. Now, today, I found out that there'll be, let's see, someone from Durham Public Schools will be there, and they'll be talking about all kinds of great stuff. So if you can't go in person, I understand. I do have a link so that you can attend via Zoom. Okay, what else is happening today? The Hayti Heritage Center's Heritage Rhythms African Dance class that's going on today from 6:30 until 8 at the Chuck Davis Dance Emporium upstairs at the Hayti on the corner of Fayetteville and Lakewood. There's a $10 class fee, and again, that's from 6:30 until 8. The Glass Jug Beer Lab, they have the disc golf putting tournament this evening from 6:30 until 9, and this is where you get to play uh, disc golf. It's like frisbee, but it's like with skills. It's frisbee with skills. So bring three putters, and you pay $6 to take part in this double elimination random double tournament tonight. Now, I didn't point out there's two glass jugs. This glass jug is the one that's on Highway 55, not the one downtown, the one that is at 5410 Highway 55. The Crunk Club DRM's weekly Crank Arm Durham Run that starts at and returns to the Crank Arm Brewing Company, 620 Fernway Avenue. So that's tonight, 6:30 until 10:30. So you can choose either to run the 3 mile or the 5 mile route. Run at your own pace, and of course, it's a free event. I'm going to refresh the page again. I don't know why. I just have the sense that I'm missing something. So let me just check. Okay, not missing anything. So tomorrow, the Durham County Sheriff's Office's Animal Services Division, they have the rabies vaccination clinic. They do this on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So you call, you make your appointment, and then you go to 3005 Glen Road, either between 9:30 and 11 or between 2 and 3:30 when you set your appointment. And then there's a couple of rules you have to follow because after all, dogs, of course, have to be on leashes. Of course, cats have to be in those little boxes. And you do pay $10 for that honor of having your pet vaccinated. The East Regional Library, they're the host of the Over 50 crowd, where people who are older, over 50, so to speak, they get to meet and just chat, just talk about stuff, and hang out at the East Regional Library from 10 until 11:30. And this is at 211 Lick Creek Lane. I think that's it. Oh, one more thing I do want to mention, and I will mention tomorrow, that the grocery giveaway, the weekly grocery giveaway at New Visions of Africa restaurant, that's going to be tomorrow, 1306 Fayetteville Street at 12:30. So again, don't be embarrassed. If you need help, stop by because that is what they're all about. Okay. Oh, Barb is waiting in the wings. Awesome. Let's do the weather real quick, and then we'll see what's happening with Barb. Okay, it is 84. How about that? It is 84 degrees. It's going to be mostly sun. What do you mean mostly? We're not going to get. See how spoiled I'm getting? Oh, so it's going to be slightly cloudy. Okay. Around dinner time, it's going to start getting cloudy, around 5 ish. But until then, it's going to be sunny with a high of 87. Fabulous. Love that. So oh, wait a minute. It says 30% chance of rain. Oh, so, okay. So it's going to be cloudy before dinner time. And then if we get rain, it's going to be around 10 o'clock tonight. So just keep that in mind in case you're out late tonight or if you have a third shift job or whatever. Okay, now tomorrow the high will be 82 and there's a 79% chance of rain tomorrow. Let me see if I can scoot ahead and see when it starts tomorrow. Okay, so it looks like so if it rains tonight, it'll be around 10 or 11, and then again around 2, and then again around 4 and 5. Oh, from 4 to 6, it might be raining, and then cloudy tomorrow morning, work hours. And of course, I can only go ahead 24 hours with this app. So I don't know if it's going to rain tomorrow afternoon or not, but I guess we'll find out. There is a 75% chance of rain, though, tomorrow with a high of 82, but 87 today. Love that. Okay, let me put my phone up here, put my iPad down here, and let's bring on Barb. Let me click on Dynamic Scene, and then let's see, Add to Scene, and then Transition. Barb, yes. How are you, Barb?
Well, it's still before noon here, and it's already 78 degrees, and I'm looking
Oh,
forward to a high of 87.
nice. Yes. I love hot weather.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to
Me.
say too hot because I don't have air conditioning, but I do enjoy hot weather.
Well, I just wanted to stop by and check in on your healing process and how it's going. And
Thank you for checking. I'm enjoying my new teeth. I'm not ashamed to say. I know some people are. It can be embarrassing for a lot of people, but with me, because it was my front teeth that were, bad,
bothering you.
it's very noticeable that I suddenly have a nice set of teeth.
Yeah, they're
So,
beautiful.
oh, Malachi's saying hi. Yeah, I saw you yesterday at the World Hunger Day event as a volunteer. Yes, that was awesome. Yes, indeed, Malachi. Yes, and thank you for that compliment, Barb. I'm enjoying. Now I can't eat yet. And what's really weird, I thought I'd be starving to death because I've been watching, videos about people with
Mhm.
dentures, and they talk about how hungry. I'm not getting hungry at all. It seems to be. I'm very. I'm having the fruit. What do you call those? The smoothies and the
Uh-huh.
let's see, oatmeal. Not oatmeal. What do you call it? Cream of wheat for breakfast.
Yeah.
Um, soup.
Hmm.
I even brought some dressing. Usually dressings for the holidays, but I've been enjoying dressing, which is strange, but it's so tasty. What else? Soup dressing. I tried chicken salad was a bit much. I tried chicken salad. That was a little rough, but scrambled eggs, and I
Uh-huh.
seem to be doing fine.
Great.
You
Well,
know,
I'm glad.
I'm being really mindful. I'm watching the videos, keeping everything clean and just trying to do everything correctly. The pain, I haven't taken ibuprofen in a couple of days, so I seem to be doing okay. I'm really happy. I'm looking forward though to getting a nice cheeseburger. Oh, it's still going to take a couple of months, but I'm looking forward to having a hot dog or cheeseburger one day.
Yeah, good. Well, that's great. I how is the weather back there where you're living now? I mean, in the
Um,
Carolinas.
I'm loving it. It's 87. Oh, not 87 yet. I mean, it will be 87. It's kind of humid now. Yesterday we had a bit of rain, and it's going to rain later today. So it's kind of humid nowadays. These days,
Uh-huh.
it's pretty humid.
And
Um,
doesn't it get more humid as you get into the summer months back
yeah.
there?
In fact, I have dehumidifiers, and in the summer now in the wintertime, I might empty my dehumidifier once a week or two. But in the summertime, a couple times a day or a few times a day. It gets real humid down here. Yeah. But I don't
Yeah,
mind because, like I said, I have my ceiling fan going and I have several dehumidifiers in the house and everything's fine.
great.
And the trick when you don't have air conditioning is to put a little hand towel, wring it out, and put it around your neck, and then everything's great.
Yeah, good.
Have you?
So
Are you
I'm
promoting any ballooning events lately?
it's ballooning season, so there's something going on, every day around the world somewhere because I'm connected to the global community.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we have a lot of ballooning events going on. I was wondering how your adventures with the EV Mux have been going. Are you still real happy and
I
have you
am
just
so thrilled with EV Mux.
great.
I,
Great.
I am realizing as I watch more and more videos that a lot of people have stuck with StreamYard. But like I said, some people have more spending money than I do.
Mhm.
I do. No problem with that. Some people, their company's probably paying for it, so they don't care what the price is. Um, but for those who are on a budget or maybe cost conscious, making the switch to EV Mux, I think, was a good idea for me.
Uh-huh.
And I like the features. I love. some people say that it's difficult to, and the learning curve is a little steeper
At
than
the
other.
beginning, yeah.
But once you learn it, and if you've ever seen television production,
Mm-hmm.
you realize that Evie Mux is very much like, well, not it's well, a professional wouldn't say what I just said. Let's just say, as a non-professional who has observed television production, this comes the close. This reminds me more of professional television. A real professional might not agree, but that's
Well, but
just
what you and I knew as professionals back when when we were really in the game, it's a lot different today, so who knows?
yeah. I don't. You know what? I don't even. You know, you're right. Television productions probably evolved too.
Uh-huh. That's
I'm
what
sure it has. Yeah.
I can assure you it has, because I'm
Yeah.
in contact with those people, and it is definitely different. But
Wow.
um, you know, I'm sure glad that we're here actually watching it all come down. It's oh,
Yeah.
Malachi has a birthday coming up. He says,
Oh, happy birthday! Well, not yet, but happy birthday, Malachi. Let us know what day it is when it gets closer. I I probably shouldn't sing on camera, but I will definitely give you a very enthusiastic happy birthday for sure. Absolutely.
"Well, I took my corgis to the vet 2 days ago,
Oh, that.
and I am one of those pet owners that pays for the insurance,
Mhm.
when they're little, because and then if you get them on right away, then it's always less through the years.
Oh, smart.
But for the two of them, it's been running me $70 a month, in the
Okay.
year. So
Mhm.
12 times 7, right?
Mhm.
You're still around $600 a year. My share of the bill of the services was like $666.
Whoa.
And I mean, that sound right. You go, huh? I really was not expecting it to be that much.
Yeah.
But I looked at my billing, and had I not had the insurance, it
Mhm.
would have been $2,945.85. How's that?
Oh, I'm glad you're mentioning this. I've never discussed pet insurance before, but I know people who have insurance on their pets, and I realized how useful that is. Because I actually, this is really sad, but I've also known people who had pets and they couldn't afford the
To
pet
keep
care that the dog needed and lost their pet because they just couldn't afford to.
Exactly. And I think, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to touch base with you, because of the fact that as we get older, and I know you were the caregiver for your mom, I know in particular, because I was also a caregiver for a very long period of time.
Mhm.
Pets are, I mean, they actually help them keep well, and actually help them keep, in my opinion, younger and more mentally astute. And there are just so many people living alone in our world, and to think, you know even the 600 would be really tough for most families,
Yeah,
and middle income families and down.
yeah.
So but
Pets are
knowing,
pets are wonderful.
yeah,
You know, as you pet your pet, your blood pressure goes down. They've established
right.
that because they,
Hmm.
they take pets to the different hospitals and nursing homes, and people love the little.
Right. And I dealt with a
Simple.
lot of soldiers with PTSD and stuff, and it's like their pets are real healers for mental disorders and so forth. So I was shocked. I was relieved at the savings. I was shocked at the bill, but yet relieved at the savings. But it really made me think, yeah, of all the folks who couldn't have pets, and all the pets that were up for adoption. And my mother ran the pound for so many years, and
What you
she
did?
would she did the city pound for where she lived in. And it, she was always out marketing the pets, trying to find homes for them. She didn't want to have to put them down, because I mean, she'd get them, babies and that.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember her saying that same thing, that when people are older, especially, And so I know in her neighborhood, which was a small town, the total town population, I think, was around 2,000.
Mm-hmm.
But what they did is the older folks got together, and so they could pool their resources and stuff, so everybody could have pets and
Oh,
play time. Like
nice.
when we were young mothers, and we wanted a playground where our kids could all play together and so
Mm-hmm.
forth. And they did that, and I know they were written up several times because it really helped for longevity, and
Mm-hmm.
for the folks that were older, but the community overall, and more people adopting the pets, and actually just becoming aware. We take so much for granted when we get up every day.
Speaking of getting up and speaking of pets, I had a neighbor, R.I.P. Ralph. He lived on the corner, and he and his wife, Sister T, shared my cat. I brought a cat with me from Chicago named Rennie, and Rennie was like a little social worker, and she would spend some of her day with Ralph and Sister T. And Ralph was very, very sick. He was at the end of his life, and knowing that, well, how can I put this? He told me that knowing that he had to get up to feed the cat, that forced him to get up every day because he was very sick. And technically speaking, Rennie was fine. I was feeding her, and she's a tough little South Side of Chicago stray cat. But Ralph felt, and I didn't correct him, that he had to get up and feed Rennie, or she'd starve, and so that got him up every day, and I think that extended his life some, you know.
Yes, I
So
would I would think so too. Yeah.
yeah, pets are so, and they need homes. So we always adopted. I don't think we ever just. I think all our dogs are from the pound. Come to think of it, because we had throughout my childhood, we had in young adulthood, we had 4 dogs, and they were all from the pound.
Yeah.
All of them, except for one. My brother found one on the street, but I should say found one on the street.
Yeah.
I don't know where he got that dog. But anyway,
I can't. I mean, especially the thoroughbred. I mean, the breeds that. I mean, like our corgis. I invested probably a couple grand in them. I think when they were born,
wow,
but the one I had before was about $800, and that was about
wow,
um,
that's cost.
what that was like 12 years before that.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, and they are very now. I mean, here in this area where I'm at, the newborns are over 2 grand. So I'm like, hello. But if
What?
you're going to invest that type in a pet,
Wow, you better
it,
have insurance.
obviously you need to pay for insurance.
Yeah, I'll say
So I felt sorry for myself on one hand. On the other, I thought, man, did I ever make the smart decision to get insurance?
gotta have it.
And not just health, I got dental insurance too.
That's good
And
though, because older dogs have tooth problems.
absolutely.
Sure
And that's what
do.
I was warned. They had their teeth cleaned and all that.
Mhm.
They put them under, of course, but they had all of that done at one time.
That's good though, because
So they don't have to be traumatized with
yeah,
multiple visits, and it helps a great deal. But I just, when I saw the retail on that, I was like, whoa, you remember my first car didn't cost that much,
I've never paid more than 1,900 for a car.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, good for you, girl.
Oh, now Malachi wants us to know because she typed it twice. Birthday is July. In fact, I'm gonna write that down.
Okay. Well,
Malachi's birthday is the 4th of July. Isn't that wild? That is so fireworks on her. I bet when she was little, she thought the fireworks was for her.
yeah, I,
Wonderful.
I have I have a niece that was actually born in 1976. And so that
Oh,
was the 200th,
centennial.
anniversary of our country.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's really wild. Yeah.
My friend Gloria was born on Christmas.
Uh, that's
Yeah,
another good day to be born.
pretty cool. Except I can speak for the December children. A lot of times you get those combination birthday Christmas presents. So you get kind of gypped a little bit. You get a little cheated. But I'm too old to worry about that now.
Yeah.
But we December kids do get a little ripped off, shall we say. Let's just say our families save a little money. If you want to look at it that way.
Well, it's it's all an adventure anyway. I'm just so grateful to still be here and
Oh,
kicking. But I did if I can, are you going to be on Facebook for just a little bit more after you leave your live, because I'd like to talk with you a minute about um something that's real important. So, I
sure.
promise. So,
How about after I end the show? I think I'll be able to bring you back on. I
we
think.
can stay in the studio. Can we just stay in the studio or
Yeah,
not?
I think that's how it works.
If you just click off, like, well, that is the way it is in StreamYard, of course, we can do
I've done
that.
that a lot. Right after the show,
We'll have to test that too.
yes, we'll be testing that after the show ends. Okay.
Okay. All right.
So I think that's it for today's show, Barb. I will talk to you in a few seconds. And folks, let me check to see if it's 87 yet. I doubt. 85 went up to 85.
Whew.
So it's 85 right now. And so, oh, so they changed, see, they changed the forecast already. So it looks like it'll be partly sunny at 5. So it said fully cloudy. So now it's going to be partly cloudy at 5. There's a little discrepancy there. And then the rain will see, they changed it. The rain will start, apparently, now it's going to start at 2 in the morning. So I'm not going to be up anyway, so I don't think it matters. But anyway, the high will still be 87. Enjoy. And with that, and Dave, old school Dave, thank you for wishing us a good afternoon. Happy to have you here. So Barb, I'm gonna let's see. I'm gonna remove you from the screen and then talk to you real soon. How about that?
Okay.
All right. I'll wait. Oh, thank you. Oh, look how he spells it.
Mm-hmm.
Great stream. Love that. Clever. Okay, Barb. So I'll see you in a couple minutes. All right. Oops, wait a minute. Remove from scene and then transition.